move on to the second section, which is embargoed until 10:30 p.m. tonight. Dave.
You mentioned Marcus Rashford there. I think he started the last 3 Premier League games on the bench. He didn't play against Bayern. He was ill. You've been very supportive of Marcus, even though he's struggled this season. What does he have to do to get his starting place back in the team? And how can he do that if he's not playing? How does he prove to you that he can reclaim his place on a regular basis?
But so I mentioned him as one of them, and I think you said it right. He was ill last week, so that's why he didn't start against Bayern Munich, and also he didn't start against Liverpool, because as well on his illness. Also, I must say Garnacho is doing very good the last month. So there's internal competition, and I always, I think, very supportive to players, and I know especially from players, a keeper, they even they need more trust, support from a manager, because I have a strong belief, and in Højlund and in Rashford, that they are capable of scoring a lot of goals. And Rashford last year under me, he proved he can score many goals when he is on his best, and then he will score the goals. And similar, I have my feeling and my opinion about Rasmus Højlund, because he showed in Champions League on the highest level that he's scoring goals, and I'm sure we have to work as a group, as a team, to our attacking game, but they are capable of scoring a lot of goals.
Have you seen the right response from Marcus in training? How has he responded, in your opinion, in training to the challenge of getting his place back? Because as you said, Garnacho is doing very well there.
He's training well, and it can always be better. But I think he's such an experienced player. He's mid-20, but he's a very experienced player, and he knows how football works, how top football works, and so he knows he has to take the responsibility, and I'm sure he will do, and so he will line up himself.
Jamie.
Hi Eric, you've suffered a lot through injuries this season. I think you just mentioned it. Is it something you've asked your team to look into, to see if there's a reason why you've had so many injuries? Because there seems to be a heck of a lot.
No, yes, we did research here about it, but there are so many factors in that. You can't point one factor in this, and but in this moment, it's most important. We have to deal with it, and we have to work on to get the players back as soon as possible, because we know we have a strong squad in the moment. We have everyone on board.
Would you be hopeful though of being able to cut down the number of injuries through your research? Is it something you think you can address a little bit, maybe?
Sometimes it's also so bad luck, and I think what was definitely hurt was that we had in crucial positions, we had the problems. Like now, we are centre backs, and so many centre backs. It's not only one. They are or injured or are ill. Left fullback, we struggled a long time in the season, and because both were injured, and Luke Shaw and Tyrone Malacia. Then on the right wing, we had our problems, and the problems around Anthony we had there, but also Diallo in the same moment injured. So we struggled a lot in such key positions. Don't forget, Casemiro is a huge impact player for us, and is now over a long period is not available. You have to deal with that, but everyone understands that when you have such key players are not available, that it will have a negative effect on the results. And still, we are in a place we can change the story, we can change the season. So I'm confident when the players are back, we have a good and a strong squad.
Phil.
Obviously, there was a big spotlight on Onana in recent weeks. Firstly, how do you think he played at Anfield last week? Is there anything you'd like to say about that? And you've got the AFCON coming up. sooner or later, and I mean like very soon, you got to know whether he's going or not, because it can't be like he comes in on Monday and says I'm off on Wednesday. You know, you must have discussed that.
Yeah, but I'm quite comfortable with that fact. First of all, I think Andre Onana, I think in the Premier League, he performed very well, and as well on Anfield. I think it was a great performance of him. And when he's going there, I think we have a strong group of keepers with Bayindir, with Tom Heaton. So we are comfortable there. And of course, we're hoping Andre as much as possible that he's available. But if not, we have 2 good keepers in the back who can replace him.
So you say he is going or he's not, because say it's very close. You must know. You must have discussed it with him whether he's actually good.
We are discussing this, but as I say, I'm very comfortable. And the way
So is he going or not?
I can't answer this question in this moment. But if they call him up, you know the regulations.
Chris.
Hi Eric. Just about got to the halfway point of the season now. You are where you are. You're 11 points off the top. But in some ways, being out of Europe could help you. With the players that you've got coming back in January that you just mentioned, how strong can you be in the second half of the season? And in terms of your targets, is it still top 4, or do you think there's a chance, any chance, you can go beyond that?
I don't think about to get beyond that. But you have to think to going and to get into a series, to get winning a series of games, and that will be helping will be when our game players returning, because we have a better foundation, and from there on, I'm sure this team can play better. But you see where this team is capable of. We have seen in Liverpool.
I was going to say that you mentioned how well you played at Anfield. If you add to that group the players that you mentioned coming back in January, how strong can your team be compared to any other team in this league?
Liverpool was the top of the league, so we were competitive with them. We were also competitive with Arsenal in the start of the season. So this team, this squad is strong, and when everyone is on board, we can beat anyone.
We have to leave it there. Thanks.
Thank you.